Hey Rocky, I hate to say, I wish you would just go away. Don't come back another day, okay? Dave is back tonight. Let's go, Joe. Give me that countdown.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get over here! Hi, I'm martial art master Daniel Pacino. You know me as the original Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Smoke. You are tuning in to NerdCage Live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Don't miss an episode or you'll get caged. So let's finish him.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match!
Shoot the J, Joe.
Okay.
Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom!
Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe. The galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
About
Yo, that's diabolical.
humanity.
Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
Hey everybody, this is Dave Neabore from Dog Eat Dog, and you're watching NerdCage Live. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel. These are great guys doing what they love to do.
We're doing another NerdCage Live giveaway, Joe. Joe, what are we giving away this time?
This time we are giving away the collector's edition of Mortal Kombat 1.
Yes! We're excited to team up with Uncanny Carlos and MK Havoc Ad to give this away on Thursday, October 26th. Live. Be there. Joe of FallenOne Gaming, how do you enter to win?
Send an email with just your name in the subject line to nerdcagelive@outlook.com.
Absolutely. Be sure to enter before Tuesday, October 24th. We're going to spin a wheel live and we're going to pick a winner live. And we will email that winner. And that winner has 48 hours to reply to us with your full shipping information, US and Canada only.
Good luck, NerdCage Nation, and flawless victory!
This is Anthony Marquez, better known as Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. Make sure to like and subscribe to NerdCage Live. Be there. Us.
Hi, I'm Leah Montalongo, the OG Sindel. Please like, subscribe to NerdCage Live.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey guys, it's the original Shao Kahn, Brian Glenn, and I'd like you to subscribe to NerdCage Live.
What's up, NerdCage Nation? It's your boy, Jay St. G.
And of course, I'm Joe from FallenOne Gaming.
Last Christmas, we did the most epic watch party marathon that was cheesy movies for charity.
And may I say, it was the most gratifying thing we've ever done on NerdCage Live.
Last year, we raised over $1,000 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So guess what? We're doing it again.
That's right, baby.
It's charity time.
Yes, Cheesy Movies for Charity 2 will be right here on youtube.com/@NerdCage Live on Saturday, December 16th, starting at noon Eastern Standard Time. So Joe, kick this shit off.
Starting at noon, we will watch Double Dragon, which is currently streaming on Tubi.
And at 2 p.m., we will watch Samurai Cop, which is also streaming on Tubi.
At 4 p.m., it's Garbage Day. Yes, we will watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which is currently on YouTube.
And at 6 p.m., it will be Joe's first time as we watch the 1966 Batman movie with Adam West, available on HBO Max.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
And for the finale at 8 p.m., we will end on the highest note with Moonfall, available on HBO Max.
For this year, once again, we'll be working with St. Jude's, and we are going to set the initial goal for $1,000. We can do it.
When the watch party starts, there will be a link in the description where you can donate. Progress will be shown on stream.
The first 5 people who donate at least $100 will get a free NerdCage Live t-shirt of their choice at our merch store.
Once we hit our goal of $1,000 for St. Jude's, we will give away a NerdCage Live hoodie from our merch store because it's wintertime and it's our way of saying thank you.
Finally, if we get to at least $2,000 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, I will cut my hair off and donate it.
St. Jude's is our favorite charity, and we are so excited to be working with them once again.
Thanks a lot, NerdCage Nation. We will see you Saturday, December 16th.
This is Ernie C. from Body Count. You're tuned in to NerdCage. Can you like and subscribe?
Perpetually
citizens. You're now trapped in a nerd cage. We hope you have a smashing good time.
All right, NerdCage Nation. Last night, after Joe and I got off of Twitch, we received the tragic news that former boxer and Oscar-nominated actor Burt Young passed away. This hurt a lot, but he lived to be 83. And all I'm going to say is, Burt Young, rest in peace. We miss you, Paulie. We're going to miss you. God bless, and our hearts go out to his friends and family and all the Rocky fans. That being said, you're now about to witness the strength of geek knowledge. Hello and welcome. That's right. Once again, you are trapped in Nerd Cage Live. This channel is a celebration of all things pop culture, including heavy metal, punk rock, New York hardcore, dog eat dog. I'm your co-host, JCG, certified geek, 7 days a week, coming to you live from yours truly, the land of Anthrax, the land of the Orange, the land of Earth Crisis of Syracuse, New York. And always among us, it's our moderator and trollhammer, stronger than a decommitted NSM, Joe of FallenOne Gaming. Please introduce our guest tonight.
Tonight we have the one, the only, Dave Neabore from Dog Eat Dog.
Hey guys, thank you for having me back again. Appreciate it, and looking forward to another good talk with you guys.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Dave, thanks so much for taking time off your busy schedule, for hanging out with us tonight. Dave is leaving for Europe in a couple of days, and the new album drops tomorrow. But before we get on to that, Joe, let's just rip through this real quick. If you haven't already, please check out our live stream last week, Variable Podcast with Tyler Nichols from Joe Blow. And Joe, last week, live stream.
Yes, last week we had Doc Mac from Galloping Ghost Arcade. It was an amazing live stream. Check that out if you haven't already.
And we got some videos on YouTube. We'll rip them real quick. MK Energy Drink.
Yes, the G Fuel MK11 Energy Drink food review with Tapmock99.
And speaking of MK1.
Yes, our final review of Mortal Kombat 1. And
as well,
our Mortal Kombat 1 story mode playthrough that starts at 2 hours and 38 minutes on our sub channel. Check that out after the stream.
Our unboxing
as
video.
Well as our unboxing video of the Mortal Kombat 1 Collector's Edition, which I actually seem to have right here, which we are giving away.
And of course, Joe, tomorrow on Twitch.
Yes, tomorrow on Twitch, we will be doing Super Mario Wonder at launch.
And on Tuesday,
Resident Evil Nemesis.
And then, of course, Joe, Thursday's the giveaway. Next week.
It is with Uncanny Carlos and MK Habit Addict.
And a week from Saturday,
we will be doing our watch party of Ernest Scared Stupid with Mistress Leanna Lee.
And then, of course, November 2nd,
Heather Hardy joins the cage.
Yes, cannot wait. Hold on, I got that sound effect. And of course, Joe, mark your calendar for Saturday, December 16th.
Yes, for Cheesy Movies for Charity, too.
Yes. All right, let's get right into it, man. We had Dave on about a little over a year and a half ago, but lots has happened.
Oh, yeah.
So, before we get into the new album and the tour and all that stuff, Dave, I'm assuming you're a fan of Rocky. How'd you feel? Burt Young. What's your thoughts on Burt Young, and how much did his work mean to you?
Of course, I love Rocky. We have a song called Rocky as well. So I've seen the movie so many times, but I've watched it on Blu-ray fairly recently as well. And it's just such a classic movie. As far as Burt Young, even though I love him as Paulie and Rocky, I love the movie Amityville 2, The Possession.
Yes,
and
that's
he
right.
played in that. And I don't know why, but maybe that movie made an even bigger impression on me as a kid. And he was such a nasty father that his role, he was just very convincing in that role. He really scared me as a father figure in that movie. So, he was at Chiller Theater one time, and we actually spoke to him and met him. So.
Oh, nice! Please tell us how was it like meeting him? We'd love to know.
It was a really long time ago, and it was like in an elevator. Hi, how you doing? Good. That was it. But it was just like, hey, we're taking a elevator ride with Paulie. So that was just cool enough,
Oh, thanks so much for sharing that.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of the guy that he's just one of those, guys that he's not going to come off like super friendly right away. You gotta crack that nut a little bit, and he's got to know who you are a little bit. But he was nice enough to spend the weekend at Chiller and meet the fans, and that means a lot.
Absolutely. Joe, I know you recently got into the Rocky movies when we started covering them last year right here on NerdCage Live, man. How'd you feel about Burt Young?
Yeah, it's definitely a hard loss, but like you said, he lived an amazing life, and it should be celebrated. So,
absolutely,
celebrate the life, but we will miss him.
Yeah, like I said, 83 is a good age. Also, I just want to shout out, for those who don't remember, he also appeared in a few episodes of The Sopranos, and he was great in The Sopranos, but he'll always be remembered as Paulie. And my all-time favorite line from Paulie was in Rocky 3, where Rocky's facing off against Hulk Hogan. He's getting his ass whooped, and Paulie's like, "Yo, Rocco, remember the neighborhood!" I always love that line. So God bless Burt Young. But so tomorrow, if you have any streaming services, or if you want to buy the vinyl, tomorrow the brand new Dog Eat Dog album, Free Radicals, drops tomorrow. Joe and I had the pleasure of listening to the tracks, and we saw those songs perform live over the summer. So I'll just get right into it. I love the album. For those, I'm going to say this right here, right now. For those who are expecting a All Borough Kings Part 2, this is not it. But this is Dog Eat Dog, and this is where life is right now for Dog Eat Dog. This is Dog Eat Dog with a touch of gray, and I friggin' love it. You got your heavy tracks, your punk-fueled tracks, you got some mellower, like, reggae tracks, you got some, like, Faith No More funky tracks, but you got, again, there's some heavy goddamn tracks in there. Dave, please walk us through the process. How did this album came to be? The recording process, the songs, everything. Let's just go. The floor is yours.
Okay, so once we decided, okay, we're gonna make a record. We've got a record label now. They're expecting a full-length album from us. We can do this. Let's begin. The first step is all four of us getting into a rehearsal space, a place where we can work, throw around ideas, see what feels good. And you have to walk in the room and bring ideas to the table. So everybody is allowed to bring a lyric idea, a music idea, just some kind of groove or feel, and then we can start working off of that. So that process began in Prague, Czech Republic. Just because we were in Europe so much working or playing that we decided it's economical. It makes more sense economically to stay in Europe and work there. So we wrote the record in Prague, and then once we had enough material to go in the studio, we went to Switzerland and we started recording the album in Switzerland. So this was all in 2018, 2019, where the initial process of writing and recording happened. And unfortunately, that process for us got interrupted by COVID. So unexpectedly, we lost at least a year and a half of momentum making that record until COVID was done. And when COVID was done, it wasn't really even done, but when we were allowed to travel back to Europe, we went back and we immediately went back to Prague and went back into the studio, rehearsal studio, writing, and then back to Switzerland, recording. And that was just a very long, expensive process of making this record. It was not an easy one. We weren't a band that had 14 songs written and then went to the studio. We kind of made up a lot of it in the studio, or we put pieces together. So I look at this record like a big jigsaw puzzle, and we were just putting together a piece here, a piece there. And the overall process of doing that and then mixing the record was a 5-year process. And that 5-year process ends tomorrow when the world can hear the record.
Wow. Again, congratulations. I'm just going to name a couple tracks here. I guess my 3 favorite, Lit Up, obviously the video that we just played, which we will talk about. Absolutely love, and again, I can't stop gushing about this song. Energy Rock. This is pure heavy dog eat dog energy rock. Like this is the angry song, but it's like and of course, Joe's.
Yeah.
Those are my 3 favorite tracks, man. Hey Joe, do you got some favorite tracks on there?
Oh, I'm with you on Lit Up and Energy Rock. I like both of those. They're
Absolutely.
great.
Absolutely. So Dave, what tracks are you most proud of, or what stands out the most to you?
Well, originally, I was really into things like Lit Up and Never Give In, because those felt like traditional dog eat dog songs for me. And I felt safe and comfortable with them. But then when we started getting into like some of the, like what we call the mellower songs or the weirder songs, I mean, we wanted to purposely try different things. And it's not easy to go against your kind of better judgment and do something different. But, you know, it's the only way to really grow as a band and as musicians, if you kind of tread where you fear the most. And once those songs were recorded, I fell in love with them. So I know they're not going to be easy for everybody to digest. A kind of reggae song or a kind of mellow rip hop song, I don't know what you call it, and then kind of almost like a love song at the end with Zamboni.
Yeah.
But I those songs ended up being the ones that I actually really love now. So I've come a long way, because I wasn't sure about them, but you know, going through the whole process of writing, things don't necessarily turn out the way they seem at the beginning. So like I could hear a song like One Thing and be like, that doesn't sound like Dog Eat Dog, but it goes through a long process. And by the time it gets to the end of the studio, it's like, wow, okay, now it sounds like something I never expected. And that journey is part of the fun of making music. Is sometimes you don't know how things are going to end up. You kind of just got to go along for the ride. So I really love Zamboni. I really love Mean Street, which is the song that features Rude Boy from Urban Dance Squad, a band from Holland.
Yeah. I was wondering whose voice that was. Okay.
Yeah, he does the second verse, and we've been such huge fans of Urban Dance Squad since '89. And you know, when it came to bringing a guest on this record, we felt it was really important to pay tribute to Rude Boy and see if he'll do it. And we kind of asked him, and then finally he gave in and he did it. And that song, Mean Street, has like a darker film noir, almost creepy metal song that is something very different than we've ever done. And again, I just didn't see how this is going to be a song, but you know, when you stick with it, you put all the elements together, you know, comes up with something very interesting.
Not to go off topic, but Joe, can you get that chat from Zombie Victim? Because I think Dave needs to hear this.
He says he loves the Creep Show poster.
Shout out to Zombie Victim. That's Tyler from Joe Blow. So thank you for being here, buddy. Yeah. So guys, in the chat, if you guys got any questions for Dave about the new album, if you got questions for Dave about horror movies or kaiju movies, by the way, blast them, because Dave is definitely a horror fan and a kaiju fan, and we definitely want to talk about some of those influences in your music as well.
Yeah, well, it's It's October, so every day is Halloween. And today I'm repping one of my absolute favorites, Creepshow. I got one of my Creepshow t-shirts. I got my poster for you in the background. But Creepshow is one of those movies that really encompasses everything about Halloween and October, and it's got monsters and everything in it. It's one of my most influential films in terms of the look of the film and the soundtrack to the film, that it really made me understand cinematography and lighting and analog synth music, and that was in 1982. Really, that movie really changed my life. So I pay tribute every year to it, and today's the day.
We got another question from our buddy Shade. Joe, can you fetch that one?
Yeah, he says, what are your go-to movies for the Halloween season?
What I usually do is, for the first half of the month, I'll just watch whatever's sitting on my horror to watch pile, because I've got these piles of Blu-rays that I just have to get through. And once, the second half of October hits, I'll usually go to like the franchise movies like Halloween, or I just watched The Conjuring. I watched Trick or Treat. Right now I'm almost finished with the Gary Oldman Dracula, giving that one another shot. I tend to watch some of the Hammer films, and I try to get creepier and stay with movies that feel more like Halloween. So it's kind of like generally the same movies. Dark Knight of the Scarecrow is one of my favorites for the year. I don't know. I usually just pick something that has a Halloween theme just to get in the mood. I watched Satan's Little Helper. That was really good. So right now on my pile, I've got Ghost Watch. It was a British TV show that is absolutely frightening. And I've got I'm going to watch the original Saw movie. I haven't watched that in years, and there's a new one. So I thought, hey, that'd be a good idea to watch the first one again. It's probably been 10 years since I've watched it. So that kind of stuff, So once November 1st hits, I usually am like horrored out, and I'll switch over to like non-horror movies for the month and thin out that pile on the Blu-ray stack.
There we go. We got more good questions here. Joe, get that one from Zombie Victim, from Tyler.
He says, what is your favorite horror score?
So Creepshow would definitely be one of them. It's at the top. And then I would put the John Carpenter Halloween 1, 2, and 3, and pretty much anything John Carpenter does. But Halloween 2, just because it has the more modern synth sound to it, I kind of gives the edge. But the original Halloween is just so beautiful and creepy the way it is. So I would say those two are probably my favorite. But I jump around, and I listen to The Exorcist just to get scared, because the Shining score is amazing. I've got a bootleg, and I've got the original vinyl, but I got a CD bootleg so I could listen to my car. But the Boogeyman soundtrack, the 1980 film, The Boogeyman, that one always gets me in the mood. I've got hundreds and hundreds of horror soundtracks to choose from, so I'll usually just grab a handful at random, put them in my car, and just drive around listening to them.
All right, Joe, take both of these questions at once. I see Doom and Shay. If you want to combine those two together.
All right. Doom says he's late to the party, but he asks if you're into Kaiju, of course. And Shay Smithers asked if you're excited for Godzilla -1.
So I love Godzilla movies, of course. I don't know everything about the world of Kaiju, as you guys had me on the show to talk about it. I've got a pretty healthy collection, but there's plenty that I don't know. And the new Godzilla movie, any new Godzilla movie, is a cause for celebration, especially if it was made in Japan.
Yes.
So I am very, very excited to see the new one. And luckily, being in the area of New Jersey that I'm in, when a Godzilla movie plays, it actually, does hit the theater. And I was lucky to see Shin Godzilla in the theater on a big screen. And hopefully then the new one will also be released locally.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I was in Syracuse, we were lucky enough to get a Shin Godzilla screening, so I'm hoping that we will get -1, even though they haven't officially announced it yet, but we're hoping that we're gonna get that -1. Trust me, I'm buying tickets. I cannot wait for -1 because again, I'm with you. I'm more on the Japanese side of the Godzilla lore. I'm not too big on the MonsterVerse. If you want the God honest truth.
I mean, I'll watch them, and you know, if I find the Blu-ray for a couple bucks, you know, it's going in the collection. I love it. But you know, the original Japanese Godzilla films are like what I grew up on, as we've already talked about in the last one. You know, Godzilla was kind of like my surrogate father growing up, so you know, it was very important to me. But I haven't, even though I've got them all, like I don't know every actor's name and every single person that worked on them. I'm not, you know, at that level. You know, even with my favorite horror movies, what I'm able to remember in my aging brain these days, I have to write everything down if I'm going to remember.
Yes. So I want to go back to the album again. So tell us about the artwork. By the way, we have the album cover on the live stream right now. So.
Okay.
Crazy. I love the artwork. So who did it and how did that come to be?
So there's the album and the back cover, which you can't see, but there it is.
Nice.
Which is basically the back side of the front cover. So
Alien tribute.
It's basically somebody exploding from the front with these radicals jumping out of them. So the concept for this album, well, the artist is Marcos Cabrera. He's from Barcelona. Nice. And we had been playing a show in Greece, and there was this flyer for it. And I said to the guys, look at the artwork on this flyer that somebody made. It's really good. And when we were in Greece, somebody introduced me and said, hey, this is the guy, Marcos, who did your flyer. And I met him and I said, hey, your artwork is incredible. I want you to do our album cover when we eventually make a new album. And I got his info and I kept showing people, this is the guy. And luckily, when it came time for artwork, I submitted that as my want for the album, and nobody else had an artist that they really wanted. So everyone agreed, let's go with Marcos. Okay, so now we know we asked him, will you do our album cover? He said, yeah, we'll do it. What do you want to do? And then John was the one who came up with the title, Free Radicals. And then once we agreed on he came up with it. And once we agreed on the title, we were like, well, what's the cover gonna be? And we didn't really know. We knew what colors we wanted. We knew kind of that we wanted something that was like breaking out, or something that was like had energy and movement to it, but we didn't know what was going to be on it. And that process of figuring out what we want and then working with the artist took months of back and forth. It was a very long process. It started out as a big glob, and slowly the glob became pieces, and they became characters, and then a background, and it just went back and forth for months. And luckily, Marcos was extremely patient, and he didn't freak out and run screaming, which he could have, because we were confusing him and we didn't really know what we wanted. We just were hoping that we would see it, and eventually it took form and shape, and we were like, this is what we wanted. And then we finally got the front cover completely done.
I love it, dude. It reminds me of, because I'm a 90s kid, so green jelly. Like, it looks like something that Green Jelly would come up with. Anybody, by the way, they're from our area. They're from Buffalo. We're only 2 hours from Buffalo, but like, yeah. So when I see that, I'm like, yeah, that totally looks like something that like Green Jelly would rock out, you know, or Guar. Like it's so rad.
We looked at like old skateboard art and 80s kind of BMX art and video game art, and we put together like mood boards. So we knew like these are the colors we want, that hot pink and blue and look like an old skateboard art. And You know, the funny part was when we finally got the cover after all those months to have to turn around and say to the artist, hey, can you do the back cover now? Luckily, the back cover was like a one and done. Like he nailed it on the first try. It was like, thank you. Like, you know, that was the easy part. But yeah, and you've got the middle too, so you didn't see.
Oh yeah, show us. Yes. Yeah. That's on your guys' Facebook. On the it's your cover photo on Facebook.
Yeah, you've got the credits, you know, written into there, and so you know that's your back cover with the. Yeah. So Marcos came through, and it was the cover that I wanted. I just wanted energy. I wanted something that when you saw it sitting on the shelf, you're gonna go, "What the hell is that?" You know, it's so loud and so in your face that you can't miss it. And that's all I wanted. If we're gonna come back with an album, let's make sure people actually see this thing.
Okay, so speaking of, I just want to say real quick, links in the description to everybody. Connect with Dog Eat Dog, connect with Dave. I have all the links in there. You can go to the website. You can go to the merch. There's 2 merch stores in there I put in the description. And if you have Apple, if you have Spotify, Band FM, Bandcamp, all of that, the album drops tomorrow. If you want to stream it, but if you want to pick up the vinyl, you can go to the merch website. The links are in the description. Everybody, I highly recommend. Like I said, do what you can to support Dog Eat Dog. Let the world know. Let everybody around the world, NerdCage Nation, know new Dog Eat Dog is out. Check it out. Again, the album drops tomorrow. I'm excited for the world to hear it because, like I said, Joe and I already heard it. We're excited, just as excited as you are. like this is exciting times, man.
No, Jay, keep going. This is good stuff. I do have to check one thing. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. I already know what I want to talk about. We talked about it off air. So Dave, earlier we just now on stream, we played the video to Lit Up, which was the first single off the of Free Radical. So tell us how that came to be, and you also mentioned that you directed the video. So please tell us about how the video went down.
So the label was asking us to release 4 different singles every 3 weeks prior to the release of the record. And when we were on Roadrunner back in the day, you know, the record label would take care of, you know, finding a director for the band and budgeting the video and paying for it. All we had to do was basically show up and act in our own video. But now they were putting the responsibility of the video basically in our hands. If we wanted to make a video, we had to make the video. Which is something we've never done before. We were not expecting. I mean, we've worked with other directors and made some videos, but the option, if you didn't want to make a video, was to make a lyric video, which is just images with the lyrics of a song. And I felt that's just lame. We just worked so hard making this record. To just cop out and put a lyric video there seems pretty lame. I think Lit Up was worthy of having a real video. So we sat down on a Friday night in a group and said, how can we make a video? And by brainstorming, our tour manager, Daniel, is very connected with the German wrestling scene.
Okay.
And he said, hey, I know where we could get a location where all the German wrestlers train, and the MMA training facility in Germany. So, okay, we got a location. So what's the video going to be about? And then John came up with an idea about using, you know, these female kind of friends of ours in a kind of a workout thing. And we were like, okay, I don't really understand what that means, but we called some people and we found some girls and we found some pro wrestlers that were available that day. And we said, hey, at least we've got some characters and we've got the band, and you want to do this thing? And we said, let's do it. So who's directing it? And then everybody looked at me and said, you're directing it, because I've made short films before. I've shot some videos before. So I have at least some experience shooting and making a narrative. So I said, okay, you know, this is the first thing I've directed in probably 10 years, so let's do it. And you know what? It was like 6 hours of like sweating our asses off and go, next shot. I didn't have a script to work with. I had to, you know, remember every shot in my head, but we got what we needed. And I was so proud that we didn't.
Turned out great.
Because we could have easily run scared and gone, you know what, we only have 48 hours, let's just take the easy road. But we like jumped into the unknown and said, hey, we don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna try. And if it fails and it blows up, we lose money, we lose time, and we make a lyric video. But if it doesn't, which it didn't, then it worked in our favor. And we had it's a no budget video, but it came out great. It has energy to it. You know, it's funny. And that's all we wanted, was just to do something just to have fun. We weren't trying to be serious. And you know, it was very cool to be able to have a location and work with these pro wrestlers, and everybody was great. And yeah, we all went out to dinner afterwards and had a good fun time. It was just a great day. And then luckily a friend of ours is an editor, and he was able to take all that footage and edit into something great. So it worked out. And then as soon as we handed that in, they're like, okay, video number 2, you know, so it was a nonstop process for like almost, you know, for months of making these videos. But luckily we managed to make 4 videos. So they're all up on YouTube, and you can check them out. One of them was Man's Best Friend, where we had all our friends and fans send in footage of their dogs. And we created our first, like, I love my dog. So it was a funny idea of John's, and I thought it was a great idea, and it saved us from having to like all the burden of making the video. We put the burden onto our friends and said, you make the video.
And shout out to our friend Drew Stone, who's in the video as well, from the New York Hardcore Chronicles.
And speaking of Man's Best Friend, Drew Stone makes a cameo in that video too. So thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Drew's been awesome for us. So, and he's coming back on NerdCage in December. So we're definitely excited to have him back on.
Great. And he's responsible for Doggy Dog playing in New York the last couple times, and we appreciate that very much. He's keeping our name there, so that means a lot.
Absolutely. So you're getting ready to go tour Europe, and now is this a headlining run, or who else you guys playing with, and where are you guys going, and are you guys coming back to the States like next year, or what's in the works?
So we're leaving on Tuesday, and we're going to do 20 shows. And our first show is a heavy metal cruise from Copenhagen, Denmark to Oslo, Norway, and back, where we're playing on the boat. So we're gonna start the tour on a cruise, so that should be fun. And then we're going to come back to the mainland and join up with our support bands, which is Grove Street from the UK, who are really great. You got to check them out if you like old thrash metal. They really capture that sound. And then our great friends in the band Kings Never Die, who's Dan Nastasi, ex Doggy Dog, and still a great friend of ours. He's and Larry the Hunter and all the rest of the guys, they're all coming and doing all the shows with us. So we're all going to be in a tour bus together for 19 shows with those guys, and we're the headliner, and then with the 2 support. Some of the shows are already sold out, so we know this is going to be a good tour.
Congratulations.
And then, thank you. I mean, it feels great, and I think that touring with your friends is one of the best things you can do, because you know, when you wake up every day and you know the people and you're friends with them, it makes everything you do more fun and just a better experience. So I'm really looking forward to this run. It's just going to be grueling because we only have 3 days off. And so it's just show after show, 6 in a row.
Now, are these places you've been to before, or is this going to be your first time, and what place, like what place, part of Europe are you most looking forward to going to?
So this tour is mostly major cities. So we'll be in like Germany, we'll be in like Cologne, in Munich, Berlin, Hamburg. So these are cities we play a lot. Some of the clubs are new clubs that weren't there before that we're going to be playing for the first time.
Nice.
But the cities themselves, the other cities we're playing are like Vienna and Prague and Frankfurt. And we're going to be going back to France. We're going to be playing in Poland and Hungary. We're in Budapest as well. So like all great places. So like when you look at the dates of the tour, they're just places that we pack every time we go in terms of the city. So there's just it's very likely that it's going to be a great tour and packed every night.
Nice.
Yes, and also, what a great time for Dog Eat Dog to be back, and what a great time Biohazard's back. Yes, I was at the reunion show at the oh my gosh, where was it? It wasn't the Bowery. It was near the Bowery. Oh my god, what the hell was that? What was that venue in New York there?
Irving Plaza?
Yes, Irving Plaza. Thank you. I was at the Sunday matinee Irving Plaza show. Oh my god, I'm so glad Evan's back. So it's just cool that Lightning in the Bottle Biohazard's back. They got a new album coming out soon. You guys are like doing your thing again. Like it's great to be a New York hardcore fan right now. Like for real. Like, and I discovered you guys around the same time I discovered Biohazard. Like, and I was a late bloomer, but yeah. So like, it's just awesome right now that like all of this is happening at the same goddamn time.
Yeah. We just did 2 shows with Biohazard in Poland, one in Krakow and one in Warsaw, and they were packed shows. And like sitting with those guys like in the backstage and like eating dinner with them again and be like, you know what, it's like old times again, you know. And then the shows were just so good, the energy was so good that it really did feel like we just went back in time 25 years. And I hope that we can meet up with them again and do some more shows because Dog Eat Dog and Biohazard just work together. I don't know why, but the bands have always complemented each other very well, and I'm hoping to see more. And same with Life of Agony, like playing with those guys again.
Yep.
You know, it's just it feels good when bands from the 90s who were friends back then and played together, and people we change people's lives in a certain way, like, you know, and to still be doing it and still feel good about it. That's a blessing. So I feel really good about watching a lot of the old school bands, Agnostic Front and Sick of It All as well, still making people happy, still getting along as a band. You know, all of that is really important. And, you know, there's a lot of new music out. I don't know it all, but man, when I hear one of the old bands, you know, I never get tired of it.
Yes. By the way, I see Drew Stone chiming in from Facebook. He says, my people, fellas, thank you so much, Drew, for tuning in. I see you, Drew.
Love you, Drew.
Yes. Yeah. And again, like I said, I just mentioned Drew's coming back in December. We're gonna be talking like more movies and stuff, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, are there, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it now, are there shows booked for next year? Are you guys going to be playing any U.S. shows, any East Coast shows or West Coast shows in the U.S. next year?
Nothing's booked, but we already have plans to do like a spring follow-up tour. So like imagine a part 2 of the tour we're about to start. So it'll be another, you know, long run, try to hit the UK this time or maybe some cities that we missed. Some countries that we missed. We really want to put in maximum promotion for this record. So we're not going to just put it out, do one tour and say goodbye. Like, we're going to push this thing. As far as the US goes, we definitely want to do a New Jersey show and another New York show. And if we can fit in maybe a Philly show and a DC show, like we could probably turn it into like a 4 or 5 day run in the States and then fly back to Europe and maybe start the second European tour. So, you know, we're hoping to maybe start playing again in March, latest April. But March, April, I think you're going to see Dog Eat Dog fire back up again and at least doing something Northeast.
Wonderful. I promise you, me and Joe will be at one of those shows. I promise you. We'll be on our toes. We'll be ready. We'll be ready. Also, I gotta point this out, man, because we're going into 2024 in a couple of months. But All Borough Kings will be 30. All Borough Kings is gonna be 30 next year, man.
Unbelievable. Yeah. So that's another thing that we have on our calendar is like, even though we want to promote Free Radicals, we can't forget that our album is having its 30th anniversary. So we'll probably do like a Free Radicals run, and then we'll probably do like an All Borough Kings 30-year anniversary run to kind of break it up a little bit. But our first priority is the new album.
Yeah.
So, the first half of 24 is still going to be promoting this, but on the second half, on the back half, summer festivals, maybe another little summer club run or fall club run, we're definitely going to be playing All Borough King songs again. For sure.
Awesome. I was hoping you'd say that.
We're not going to forget about that.
Year, so,
it's a huge milestone.
So basically, that 2024 is the year of the dog.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely packed.
We got Free Radicals and All Borough Kings turning 30 next year. Like it's the year of the dog, man. I'm here for it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you.
For it.
I love it. Thank you.
I also, real quick, because we're getting close to 9 o'clock here, and I figured we'll hit this real quick. You got some solo material you just put out. If you want to just delve in that real quick.
So, I kind of started this path of like analog synth soundtrack music starting in around 2017 when I started working for the comic book company Ibon Press, doing their Lucio Fulci zombie comic, and then I did their bottom feeder. And once I started doing that, I thought now is the perfect time to like record a solo record, something that's not a soundtrack, but something that's completely mine. And even though it sounds like soundtrack music to some degree, that album was called Retro Inferno. And this album is out on Cadaver Records. It's distributed by Mondo. So if you go to the Mondo website, they still have a few red copies available. Yeah, it's incredible. And once I finished that album, I recorded a follow-up, a 4-song EP called Star Feels. And that comes out a week from tomorrow, coincidentally. And it's 4 songs that are all synthwave. It's all synthesizer, 100%. And they're more songs. They're not really soundtrack songs, but it does have some cinematic feel to some of it. And one song has vocals on it. So it's my first solo song with vocals as well. So that if you're interested in synth music, you could go to my Spotify page. It's Dave Neabore, and you could hear Retro Inferno and the zombie stuff for now. Star Feels comes out the 27th. It'll be on Spotify and vinyl on the 27th.
Well, congratulations. Absolutely congratulations on all these releases, man. And it's being a fan of your work and, just seeing your career just like, explode right now. It's just awesome to see. It just gives me the feels.
I appreciate it so much, and I feel like as a musician, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
And this year has been an incredible year with opportunities that are coming my way and albums coming out. I mean, in 24, I've got 2 more solo records coming out. So, not only am I still doing this, but I'm now working for this comic book company, and they're churning out a lot of books, and they need music for them. So I've got a new steady gig with the comic book company. So I'm really excited about just being involved with so much. And not only that, but this month also, just to plug it, I was a guest bass player on a band called Patriarchs in Black. Nice. Which is Dan Lorenzo from Hades and Nonfiction, and then Johnny Kelly from Danzig and Typo Negative.
Oh yes, I know John Kelly. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so I saw him play with Sal Aproscato's band, A Pale Horse Named Death, like a decade ago.
Right.
Shout out to Sal, by the way, cool dude. I'm a fan of his work.
I love him.
Yeah.
So if you like Johnny Kelly and the singer Carl from Corrosion Conformity Blind record, and I'm the bass player, so it's like it's Johnny Kelly and Dan Lorenzo with different singers and different bass players. But I recorded 2 songs, and the album's out now. It's called My Veneration, and it's an incredible stoner doom rock, but it's got way more elements than that, and it's getting incredible reviews. I'm really proud to be a part of that as well. So again, just another little something that I'm doing. I'm always keeping busy. Right now, Dog Eat Dog is my top priority as always, and I'm gonna be working hard promoting Dog Eat Dog, but my solo work is just it's more personal, and I don't expect those 2 bands to cross over, but it'd be nice if somebody discovered it through Dog Eat Dog or vice versa. Somebody maybe liked my synth music but didn't realize I had a rock band. So I'm they're just working together. You never know.
And again, I'm just gonna point out, man, Dog Eat Dog, like it gets me through life, gets me through work, gets me through the gym. So like it's always good to hear. And now we have new Dog Eat Dog music, guys. So now I have more music to delve into. And again, like I said, again, I just want to praise you again. I absolutely, Energy Rock is absolutely my favorite track on that album. And like I said, we were lucky enough to catch. Shout out to Drew Stone. We were lucky enough to me and Joe caught you at the Bowery over the summer back in July, and it was cool. We got to hang out after the show, but man, we got Joe. That was a great goddamn show. We needed that.
It was, yeah.
Yes.
It was a good vibe in the room. It was just so many good friends there. It was just I still appreciate when, there's these great shows where you could stand out on the street and hang out with everybody, and then everybody goes in and watches the band, and then everybody comes back out on the street and has a beer or a smoke or whatever. It's just a great community, and what Drew has put together on those Sunday shows, it's a wonderful thing, and it's keeping a scene alive, and New York needs that scene. So I'm very proud to play there and to be a little part of that scene as well.
All right, so everybody at NerdCage Nation, everybody in the chat, the bar is closing. So if you guys have any last minute questions for Dave, whether it's on the Dog Eat Dog or solo stuff or any horror or kaiju questions, blast them out now. I do have a question, going way off topic, but I did not get to ask you this last time you were on the show, so I'm going to ask you now. I am a diehard Wu-Tang Clan fan. Let's go back to, I believe, the second album, Play Games.
Yeah.
The track, Step Up.
Step right in.
Step in. Step right in.
Yeah.
How did you guys get RZA to do that track with you guys? I'd love to know. Please tell me the story, and how was it like working with RZA?
So the way that it happened was we shared the same lawyer as
the
RZA. So our lawyer contacted the RZA and said, Dog Eat Dog, want to write a song, we want to work with you. And the RZA was interested in it. He was like, cool. I mean, we had to pay him. He didn't do it out of the kindness of his heart, but he certainly got a nice little paycheck. But he showed up to the studio, and we were there to work. Like, we were there to write a song. So like, we were prepared as a band. We had been there for a couple hours before he got there, getting our groove together, getting our tempo together, getting like a kind of basic structure of a song. And then he showed up, and he was really friendly, totally nice. Hey, cool. Him and John kind of powwow together and started throwing some lyrics around. And it built and built and built. And, from what I remember, was a very kind of easy process of putting a song together. It all kind of came together as it should have, like professionals working together, and he's a pro, and he was friendly. I mean, I remember sitting in the control room just kind of chit-chatting, and, it's like, what do you say to this guy? Like, it's like, hey, we like you. You're cool. No, we're just talking about, like, what did you do today? You had a black eye. I mean, he got in a fight. He drank bottles of wine. He was definitely fucked up. But, I was just in awe the whole time. And one of my favorite things about that, no one's ever heard it, but there's this thing that we call the Woo Dog. And prior to recording, he just picked up a mic and started rapping over us, jamming for like 20 minutes straight. And I got that recording, and it's absolutely incredible. It's never been
will
made
that
public.
ever see the light of day?
No.
You can't do that to us.
Yeah.
The world's
There's a lot
gotta
of
hear
people- It's the kind of thing, if I could ever remember to find it, I could play it for anybody, but I can't put it out there permanently. But
I understand. I understand. I get it. Record label's lawyer. I get it.
Yeah, because
oh
it was.
my God,
it was recorded.
I would sacrifice my left nut to listen to it.
Well, I'll tell you what. For you in the future, I'll make sure I've got a copy of it when I see you next time, and we'll take a listen to it. And you can talk about it all you want. I just can't put it out. But basically, it's actually really funny because the RZA is making up some rhymes that are really laugh out loud funny. So that's I like that Woo Dog even better than the final song. To be honest with you, it's hysterical.
And I gotta do a shameless plug. Since we brought up Wu-Tang Clan, Joe, I gotta bring up a shameless plug. Get yourself a NerdCage Live Shaolin style T-shirt. Don't let the RZA's lawyer see this, but yes, it's available on our TeePublic. In fact, if I recall, I actually gave one of these shirts to JC. So,
I've seen him wear it. He wore it on stage. And
what?
For sure.
He wore it on stage?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
There's some pictures of him in Europe wearing it.
Oh, dude, no fucking way. I gotta see these pictures. I did not know. And you got the Kaiju. Actually, I got it right here. I got it right here. Hold on. Sorry, I'm flipping through the shirts right now. Wow, where the hell was it? I got it, Joe. Don't worry, I got it. It's just buried in here among all the other T-shirts. Got it. Got it. The Kaiju shirt. Legendary Kaiju shirt. So yeah. Go to our TeePublic, guys. We have designs. We have more designs on the way. We go from small all the way to 5XL. So if you're skinny, booty collar, fat, fuck it, don't matter, big or small, we love them all. Get yourself a NerdCage Live T-shirt. You're gonna love the way you look. I guarantee it. So yeah, no, but the fact that you guys are rocking that shit on stage, oh my God, that's awesome.
Well, we appreciate you guys and your enthusiasm, your support. That means a lot. And if we can give back, we're going to.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. So Dave, well, we definitely gotta have you back again. Maybe some, we'll talk. I do have a off-air question I have to ask you when we get off air. I do have one question for you off air. We'll talk about it in a minute here. Joe, do you got any last-minute questions here before we call it a night?
Drawing a blank. I think we covered a lot tonight.
Yes. Again, I'll just plug in your stuff again, Dave, one last time. Please, link in the description to everybody. Connect with Dog Eat Dog. Connect with Dave. There's the Instagram. There's the website. There is the Spotify. There's the whatever you stream music, Amazon, Apple, Bandcamp, FM. We have all the links in the description there. There's 2 different merch stores for Dog Eat Dog. Check those out. You can get the new album in vinyl. You can get a hat, get a T-shirt. I got my Allboro Kings hat right here. You got hoodies. Yeah, so check out Dog Eat Dog merch. Support this band. They're great people. They're dear friends of ours. We're always happy to have them on. Joe, let's plug in our stuff real quick. So if you haven't already, the Joe Blow Show. Joe, go.
Yes, check out the live stream with Tyler Nichols from Joe Blow Horror Originals.
Yep, and we also have them in podcast form as well as last week's show.
Yes, with Doc Mack of Galloping Ghost Arcade.
Yes, again, available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. And we got some videos out, starting with Energy.
Yes, our food review of the MK11 G Fuel energy drink with Tabmock 99.
As well as
the final review for Mortal Kombat 1.
In podcast form
as well as the story mode playthrough that we have on our sub channel. Start at 2 hours and 38 minutes.
And our unboxing.
Yes, of the Mortal Kombat 1 Collector's Edition, which we are giving away.
And let me just interrupt real quick, guys. If you haven't entered the Mortal Kombat 1 giveaway collector's edition giveaway contest. You have till Tuesday to enter. I'm not taking any entries after Tuesday. You have till Tuesday to enter because we are going to give it away on Thursday. But before we get to that, Joe, tomorrow on Twitch.
Yes, tomorrow, Super Mario Wonder at launch.
Yes. Join us. We're going to go 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. We're going to play this game till we beat it. And then, Joe, Tuesday
we go back to Resident Evil Nemesis.
And then next week from tonight, guys.
Yes, is our giveaway live stream with Uncanny Carlos and MK Habit Addict.
And of course, she was made especially in the laboratory for us, guys. But week from Saturday, guys.
Yes, our watch party of Ernest Scared Stupid with Mistress Leanna Lee.
Yes, I cannot wait to watch Ernest Scared Stupid with Leanna Lee. That's going to be a blast. And then finally, Thursday, November 2nd, Joe.
Yes, Heather Hardy enters the cage.
Oh my God, she's absolutely my favorite boxer, my favorite female athlete. I can't believe she's coming on the show. But yeah, that'll be Thursday, November 2nd. And then finally, Joe, mark your calendars for Saturday, December 16th, starting at noon.
Yes, for Cheesy Movies for Charity 2.
Yes, we're going to be raising money for St. Jude that day as we watch terrible movies, starting with Double Dragon, fuck you, Joe, Samurai Cop, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, Batman 1966, and Moonfall. As we watch these terrible movies on your behalf to raise money for St. Jude, and if we raise $2,000, I will cut my hair off. We can do it, Joe, right?
We can do it.
All right, that being said, Joe, plug in social media.
All right, if you want to get us on Twitter or Instagram, both handles are at nerd_cage. Our link to our Discord is in the description. Become a member there as well. And our Facebook discussion group that is NerdCage Nation. We love everything you guys put up there. No spoilers, no politics, and for God's sakes, keep it civil.
Also, shout to my mother in the chat. Martha St. G is in the chat. Thank you for tuning in, Mom. I love you very much. I'm a proud mama's boy. And thank you for always having my back. And thank you for tuning in. But yeah, this was fantastic. Dave, before we go, do you have a message for our fans? A message to NerdCage Nation before we go?
Just keep doing what you do, supporting things that you love, and be passionate. That's what's gotten me through my whole life, is my passion for things. If I love movies or music, you just follow that passion. You meet other people who share that passion, and what you guys are doing is bringing people together, and that's what I believe in. So I appreciate both of you. Thank you so much for having me here, and looking forward to seeing you on the outside as well.
Absolutely, we'll be on our toes. We'll be ready. We'll be rocking the new album everywhere we go. We can't wait to see you guys perform again. 2023, 2024 is going to be the year of the dog, and we are here for it. That being said, everybody, we please ask you to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and spread that shit like New York hardcore, baby. So to USA, from yours truly, Syracuse, New York, to all of our friends and fans of the world, a world at NerdCage Live and Dog Eat Dog. As always, enjoy life, stay safe, eat your vegetables, do your push-ups, go to the gym, listen to hardcore, listen to metal, listen to rock, listen to Dog Eat Dog, and good night, everybody.
Good night.
And stick around for our awesome promos, and we will see you tomorrow on Twitch, everybody. Good night.
We're doing another NerdCage Live giveaway, Joe. Joe, what are we giving away this time?
This time we are giving away the Collector's Edition of Mortal Kombat 1.
Yes! We're excited to team up with Uncanny Carlos and MK Havoc Act to give this away on Thursday, October 26th. Live. Be there. Joe of FallenOne Gaming, how do you enter to win?
Send an email with just your name in the subject line to nerdcagelive@outlook.com.
Absolutely. Be sure to enter before Tuesday, October 24th. We're going to spin a wheel live, and we're going to pick a winner live, and we will email that winner, and that winner has 48 hours to reply to us with your full shipping information, US and Canada only.
Good luck, NerdCage Nation, and flawless victory!
What's up, NerdCage Nation? It's your boy, Jay St. G.
And of course, I'm Joe from FallenOne Gaming.
Last Christmas, we did the most epic watch party marathon that was cheesy movies for charity.
And may I say, it was the most gratifying thing we've ever done on NerdCage Live.
Last year, we raised over $1,000 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So guess what? We're doing it again.
That's right, baby.
It's charity time.
Yes, Cheesy Movies for Charity 2 will be right here on youtube.com/@NerdCage Live on Saturday, December 16th, starting at noon Eastern Standard Time. So Joe, kick this shit off.
Starting at noon, we will watch Double Dragon, which is currently streaming on Tubi.
And at 2 p.m., we will watch Samurai Cop, which is also streaming on Tubi.
At 4 p.m., it's Garbage Day. Yes, we will watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which is currently on YouTube.
And at 6 p.m., it will be Joe's first time as we watch the 1966 Batman movie with Adam West, available on HBO Max.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
And for the finale at 8 p.m., we will end on the highest note with Moonfall, available on HBO Max.
For this year, once again, we'll be working with St. Jude's, and we are going to set the initial goal for $1,000. We can do it.
When the watch party starts, there will be a link in the description where you can donate. Progress will be shown on stream.
The first 5 people who donate at least $100 will get a free NerdCage Live t-shirt of their choice at our merch store.
Once we hit our goal of $1,000 for St. Jude's, we will give away a NerdCage Live hoodie from our merch store because it's wintertime and it's our way of saying thank you.
Finally, if we get to at least $2,000 for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, I will cut my hair off and donate it.
St. Jude's is our favorite charity, and we are so excited to be working with them once again.
Thanks a lot, NerdCage Nation. We will see you Saturday, December 16th.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe.
Okay.
Shoot it!
All right!
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom! Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe. The galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
Ooh, trying to get out of the nerd cage, are ya? Well, before you go, hit that subscribe button. And if you're really intrigued, ring that bell. Thank you for dropping by. Until next time, tell everyone you know about NerdCage Live!